that's so exciting, and it's so amazingly attractive.
Yeah, you're not laughing now, are you?
We're not laughing. All right, I'm not laughing now. Sayonara. It's 4:20 in the morning. I thought, what should I do? What's the obvious thing to do at 4:20 after two of the busiest weeks of my life? Of course, do a stream. Oh, I forgotten how to do it. That was a burp. Let's get some of those in. This ain't going to be that long because of the time and because of my lack of energy. It's been mad because I don't know if we'll get a lot of people here because of the time. What is it in the UK, about 11:10, 10:10 or something? And also, I haven't been streaming. I've had people email me. This is how good YouTube is. I had people email me saying, "Oh, I haven't seen you for a couple of months. Are you all right?" And nice that people are asking if I'm all right. But a couple of months, I've done a stream about 10 days ago. I don't know what's up with YouTube. But I thought, yeah, I better do one. Just say hello. Nice to see you. Listen, this channel hasn't morphed into a channel that's gonna stream once a fortnight. That isn't happening. I'll tell you exactly what happened. I've been developing. I have a job, don't I? I have a real business, and we've been developing a product for 3 years, and it's an electronic product. Now, anyone who knows anything about manufacture, that changes everything. Anyone can glue a few bits of plastic together or weld a few bits of metal together. As soon as you get electronics involved, now it's time to start jumping through hoops for this country, that country, this law, that law, get this signed off, get that. It becomes a real hassle. Weirdly, it's not like that in other countries. I mean, there's things you've got to do, but it's almost like in the UK, almost like they want to put you off or make you pay loads of money. And oh yeah, you have to pay money for these things, these certifications and that. It's all quite interesting. And you have to pay lawyers, which is an interesting way of getting working people's money into upper middle class people's pockets as well. When the idea is surely for you to make money. Anyway, enough of the sarcasm. So after 3 years development, research and development, as it's usually known, R&D, all there, got it all there. There's a lot of design as well, not only the actual product, but the packaging. How's that all looking? Yeah. Right, so now we've actually got to go and make the leap to, all the tooling set up. Right, let's make a load. All right, so the more you make, the cheaper it costs, because that's how manufacture works. You can invest in more materials. But the more you make to get cheaper, the more you're spending. Now, businesses, contrary to popular belief, people think, oh, look, he's got $500,000 in the bank. That business account's got $750,000. If you've got money in your business bank account, you're not doing very well, because you should spend that money to make more money. That's what money's for in business. You should invest it. However, you do need a float, right? You do need a float. It's like if you've got a corner shop and, you're not going to have loads of money in the bank, but you need money in the till to deal with day-to-day trading and, the odd bill that might come through. And when you've got a global e-commerce brand, your float is a little bit more substantial than the till. And so we had to make a decision. And this is how that meeting goes between me and the business partner. You go, right, so we can buy X for Y dollars, or we can buy Z for theta dollars. i.e., the first is obviously better, but it leaves us with nothing. And if we get hit by a corporation tax, VAT, PAYE, when you're an entrepreneur, people just suddenly say, "Oh, you owe us 20 grand." It happens, and if you've got nothing, it's a bit edgy. So we went, "Okay, let's do that. Let's spend everything." And it was a bit like, what we're going to buy other stock with, though? Well, we'll just have to get really busy and make some more money. And I have regular meetings with staff, team meetings, because everyone's in different countries. It's a remote business. So we have team meetings so that people don't feel like they're just out on their own. Quite important if you're going to set up an e-commerce business with remote workers, make them feel like they are part of a team, because they are. And individually, I spoke to them all, and I was like, "So what's what's going on? What have you got any concerns?" And they're like, every single one of them said, "I'm a bit worried about this money thing. There doesn't need to be a lot of money about." Every one of them. And I was like, yeah. And as a director, you can't sort of go, "Yeah, I'm shitting myself." I was like, "It's going to be fine. Don't worry." Now, miraculously, I got busy at what I'm good at, which is marketing, and pulled it out the bag. Absolutely. But the product hasn't been released yet. That's next week. But I pulled it out the bag and got the float back up, and now everyone's cool again. But that's why I haven't been streaming, because not only have I been working round the clock. I mean, look, it's 4:30 nearly in the morning here. But I've set up a stream. I've done it more than a couple of times. I've set up a stream, and just as I'm about to press live, I've thought, I've got nothing to talk about. I'll just go, "Oh." But tonight I thought, I don't want to go to bed at 4:30, not on a Saturday night. I'm older than that, but it's Saturday night. I thought, I've got the Out of It stream. So for those of you who don't know, about 10 years ago, I said to the glorious House of Scrubs, if you've got any photographs of you when you were off your trolley, send them in. I'll put them on the screen. Scrubs can guess who they are. That'll be funny anyway. I mean, we've all seen a few Scrubs, but a lot of these are going to have been a while ago. I haven't seen any of these except for mine. I thought it only fair, but you've all seen mine anyway. They're on the internet. But I haven't seen these. Ideally, I'd have put them all in a nice slideshow and they'd be easily accessible. No, there's going to be a bit of fucking around in between. Excuse my French. Bit of messing around in between each photo. There's a couple that are lurkers as well. I know they are, because I know they are, and they've never like twice in 7 years they've said something in the chat. So I mean, I just wanted an opportunity for you lot to say hello again if you don't catch up with each other in the lifeboat or on other platforms, to say hello, explain my absence, pont some money off of you. Obviously, looking at the super chats, that's not going well. Entropy's up there, super chats down there. Let's say some hellos. Let's get some hellos in, and then we'll get on with it and see what fun we can have. Tricky Woo is in. Nice to see you, mate. Always a pleasure. Hello, Raisin Sack. Hello, Emma G. Plot Loser. Covering the temporal variance there. I like it. Ultra Mega Essex Boy. What time is it where you are, son? Hope you're doing well. Charlie Sparkles on the firm. Martin Davis, it is a late one. Lartus is well past his bedtime. For people like you, Lartus, I like to think that you're always past your bedtime. It's nice, that one, isn't it? Because is it a compliment? Have I said something nice or something horrible? Go by experience and you'll get your answer. There you go, Plot Loser. Only insomniacs allowed. There you go. Jess is on the firm. Hello, Jess. How are you, darling? Good to see you. Mousecat says that the clocks go back an hour. What is that now? Is that tonight? Whoa, what's going to happen? Are we all going to go, whoa? Is there going to be a moment when it all goes, Telegram sometimes, I've never noticed this on another platform, but if I'm talking to someone on Telegram, sometimes I'll have my AirPods in, I'll be on my fold-up bike like a right ponce, ramping on pen like 4 o'clock in the morning, going to a super duper. And it will go out of 4G or something for a couple of seconds, and then when it comes back, the bloke on the other end, who usually talks like I am, will suddenly go, because it speeds up the voice to catch up with the really weird angle. Give me a 1 in the chat if you noticed that on Telegram or any other platform. It's quite a good angle. Rather than just miss it, they just sort of try and sort of shoehorn it in at high speed so you don't notice. It's a solution of a kind. Good to see you, Mouse Cat, as ever. RMF, one of the lovely people who wrote to me, he says pickle. It is a pickle, isn't it? It is a pickle. Life's a pickle, though, isn't it? The boy Cray is well on the firm. Don't tell me he's streaming. Well, look, I can't do anything about that because I haven't streamed for 2 weeks. It's 42's a nice enough bloke to know that the right thing to do is just end his stream. Look, I'm not going to go on for long anyway. Ella, I want him here though. I like him. I might. Should we go and stream? Should we go and raid his stream and tell him? Say, "Oh, 42, end your stream. Come in." Hang on, Emma's here though. So what have I done wrong? If Emma's here, unless Emma's bored with 42's stream, that's well naughty. Oh, there's a big fight on, is there? What, UFC? That'd be all right. I don't, there's always a wrong time. It's always a wrong time, isn't it? There you go. But Chasworth says it's a Hoyt from him. That's always lovely. Eddie Bates is on the firm. Hello, Eddie. Who else? Misty World, nice to see it. Oh, Fury's fighting. Well, that's all right. That ain't gonna last long, is it? What's that? What's the fella? The little Russian fella, is it? What? Is that fighting right now? What is it? No, that African. Hang on, I've got a movie. War Daddy. That looks quite good. Fury. Oh, I've seen that movie. Right. So when's the fight start? Can anyone tell me when the main card is on? Because if he's fighting, that's it. Martin W says it's pissing down in England. Hello, Mrs. Me in it. How are you, darling? Mrs. Me in it has outright said to me, I can't remember exact words, but she basically said your Christmas box is coming. Shocking, amazing. Emma G's off. Hang on, but what? The actual fight starts at 10:30. Because if there's undercards, you'll be there all night. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I'll fuck this off because I don't want to. Well, I'll do a what do you call it? I'll do a poll, and if people want to watch this and not miss a fight, I'll do that. But I don't mind doing this another time. I mean, like I said, it is 4 a.m. Fury fight start time. Can someone tell me? Because I'll be watching this forever. I'll be looking up this forever. Hello, Goy Division. You've made me say that out loud. RMF reckons the fight's going to start in about half hour. But no one can give me probably half hour. All right, well, let's just get on with this then. How can I get my definitely not illegal stream up? We could do a watch-along. This is the out of it stroke watch-along. I'm just going to... do my pay-per-view. Dodging it. Oh, this could turn out nice. Look, this isn't a problem, people. This is a solution. It's a solution unless 42's doing a watch-along, and then that is proper cuntish. I rarely drop C-bombs these days. When you get older, you don't like swearing. It's a bit vulgar. It's vulgar. I took a lot of swearing out my manuscript recently and put a lot of real nonsense in. There's a bit in a Harmony Korine book where he says, idea for a film, a gay man gets run over by a car and no one cares. And in my my manuscript the other day, I wrote, idea for a film, Harmony Korine gets run over and no one cares. Now, that's nothing. My manuscript has become a sponge, a cultural sponge. Anything I think about or am watching, like I don't sit in. Sometimes I listen to classical music because it hasn't got words, so it's easy. But sometimes I'll put on something like Tales of the Unexpected. I've been binging Tales of the Unexpected, and if it reminds me of something, and I'll go on a train of thought, I'll just write that into the manuscript. And that sounds like it's just rubbish, but when you're writing about the acute phase of an opiate detox, it very much is a cleaning out of cultural artifacts. So if I remember it, it's a legitimate point in the The book of nonsense. I might call it the book of nonsense. I just said that then for the sake of it. Right, let me see if I can get this fight up. How do I pay for it? I mean, I press that. I go to boxing live, Amex number in. Press that. Go down to that. Definitely that one. And turn down that. Get warned that there's malware. Right, I've got the fight up. I wonder how long I can get away with streaming it. I bet they're on that. I bet they're on this. You know, this will have. Oh God, it's all exciting. So that ain't going to be for a while. I did not say that. Now see that. Oh, good Lord! All right, I get it. I'm not meant to watch it. Now the thing is, no chance. You thought that, and you've put it in our heads, which makes you like a master of pedo puppets, because that's how ideas spread. And in a small community like this, all right, I get it. If I just move the warning out of the way, it won't keep ringing. Can you hear that going? Dang, dang, dang. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you and your family are well. Charlie Sparkles has joined the firm, people. Look at that. Charlie Sparkles has just said, fuck it, I'm on it. Wicked. I've also got to do a member stream. Right, let's get on with the out of the head pictures. I'll say a few more hellos, actually, because we haven't been around for a while. Hello, John. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. Mrs. Mean, it says, Tales of the Unexpected, where she kills her husband with a leg of lamb and then feeds it with inspectors. I think you've just ruined the one I'm halfway through. No, that's the one where she's killing him with some herb tea. They are great, though. They really are. That is so out of order, Steve. Actually, a moderator. You see your spanner slowly dissolving. Hello, Graham. How are you? How many it has no chapters. It has no chapters. I'll tell you the truth, Graham. My editor said to me, he said, how many pages in it in standard paperback format? Standard paperback format, you're looking at about 330 words a page. And I'd done the maths, and I said to him, at the moment, it's about 600 pages. He said to me, you've got to edit that down to at least 300. And this final edit I've done, it's about 750 now. So it's huge, unreadable, no story. Yeah, real mess, an absolute potato. I'm just going into entropy because Mousecat has given me 25 quid and said scrub love. And just as I read that, Jess has dropped in a 5 spot and said, hey, Chris, love to see you live again. I visited Stephen Campbell. What the fuck? Scrubation? I visited Stephen Campbell in the USA at the start of October for a week, and we loved it. LMK. Oh, let me know if you would like to see pics. Hoyt, nice one. Thank you, Mousecat, for that saving of my financial security. Thank you, Jess, for that. Jess, email them to chris@chrisdangerfield.com and I'll show them on another stream. I think that would be the best way to work this out. Lovely. You know what? I also met a viewer. I met someone and I didn't know if it was a man or a woman because the name was N-I. I don't want to say what the name was because it's not fair. But the Woodlander put me onto her a while back because she was having some, I don't want to say too much because it's someone's private business, but she was having some problems with someone and Woodlander, Simon, thought I might be able to help. So I talked to this person. It turned out to be a woman. Irish name though, you see, and I couldn't tell if it was male or female. And then I get this email, I'm in Phnom Penh, would you like to meet up and that? So I have met every single subscriber who's requested that in Phnom Penh. And it's been about 20, and about 90% of them have been amazing, really nice, really good to talk to. A couple of them have been a little bit awkward, but I think that would happen anyway in you know, in the normal world, if you were to meet that amount of people. Anyway, what's happening in my stream here? I don't want your threat. I don't think this fight's going to last long, is it? It's going to last. It will build up and build up. Right, there you go. Just put that on mute. Nice one, Ultra Mega. Did I get your time? It is great to have a stream. Thank you very much. That's lovely. Thank you very much. What time is it there? I'm sure you put it in the chat, but I was all over the place. What name was the next? It's not fair. You're pulling me into these things and making me look like some kind of bare-chested far righter operating from his base in Cambodia, and I won't have it. I will not have it. It wasn't, no. But the first, I just said the first two, didn't I? That's where you're going. I get it. Nice one. Well, Stephen, I'm glad you had a nice time with Jessica, and I'm glad Jessica's going to send me some photos. Let me know if you're all right with me putting those photos online as well, obviously. Lumi said I met her in a gay bar. There you go. She was lovely, actually. But, of course, I said to my missus, I'm going to meet a subscriber, which is what I always say when I'm going to meet a subscriber. First question, as any woman would ask, well, most, unless they don't care about you, and as I would ask if she said something like that to me, she went, man or woman? And I didn't know, and so I'd done the right thing and lied. I went, it's just some bloke. When I get there, she was quite an interesting person, actually. She's an artist. She gets this grant from the government. I'm doxing her really here. Interesting person, had some nice food, nice cup of tea. She's the first out of every scrub. She said, I'll get this. I'll buy all of this. And I had loads of food. But in the end, I said, I can't have you pay for it. I said, let's go halves. But it was lovely. So, yeah, there's that. Anyone I haven't said hello to, I'll tell you who I haven't said hello to, Alan. Hello, Al. Hoita. How are you, man? I hope your arms, that's got to be history now. That sounds awful, doesn't it? But, you know, that's mended and repaired, I think. I think I saw you commenting somewhere else, Alan. I can't think where it was. Maybe on an old video or something. Anyway, mate, hope you're well out there in... I nearly said it, but I corrected myself. Appalachia, that's the one. I do have mad fantasies. Thank you, Alan. That's much appreciated. Oh, we've got a couple more of them. Oh no, we've got Charlie, Ultra Mega, and Alan. That's lovely. Right, let's get on to these. Oh, Linda, darling, look at that. This is a very unusual time of day for a dangerous stream. Daylight savings notwithstanding. Well, we don't have that out here. I don't know what the time is there. When's that changing in the UK? Tonight or next week? Or hard to say really when it changes, isn't it? Because it isn't. There's no time for that moment. What time does the time go back? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like the daylight. I like to call it the daylight saving paradox. What time does it go back? 8 o'clock, but that's 7 o'clock, no? Oh, Pags is on the firm. Liv is on the firm. Campbell's dropped a 10 spot. Hello, old man. Good to be able to catch a stream. Share whatever photos you want. Folks around here all know what I look like. Anyway, there you go. Are you a handsome beast, Mr. Campbell? I hope so. Most of the scrubs are, including this gentleman, Ragnar. Oh, he's moving in on my darling. We're going to get a paddle steamer down the Mississippi. I suppose you can come along. How are you, Rags? Rags, apologies about what I said about your mother. That doesn't sound great, does it? Rags said that. Anyway, that's me and to talk to about him. Hello, John. It's so late here. It's the next day. Exactly. I'm a bit there as well. Thank you, Stephen, for that donation. Much appreciated. There you go. Hang on. What? I thought you were the boss, though. What? They've just said no. You're not. They don't want you anymore. That isn't good news. But you said it's all good, so I hope you've tucked some away to look after yourself. I don't like the sound of that, to be honest with you, Alan. Hello, Philip. How are you? Now, you're all right. Slipped by, mate. I'll tell you what, I've got litigation problems at the moment as well with business. Yeah. I've got a lawyer that charges. Check this out, Philip. I've got a lawyer who charges in 15-minute chunks, right? Me, business partner, and the lawyer had a meeting online Zoom. So he said, explain the case. He'd already seen the letter we got sent. It's kind of, I don't know how much I meant to say about this, so I'll stop there. But when he'd already got the letter that we'd got sent to us, it's not a cease and desist, but it's sort of pretending to be, but without enough weight behind it. And then this is what he done. He went, well, I think, well, I was sitting there just watching the clock going. I was thinking, no, you've got to speed up. I mean, if you're charging by 15-minute sections about 300 quid, you've got to talk a bit faster, son. This isn't happening at all. Ridiculous. Anyway, there you go, Philip. I'm sure you know all the Sutton for mutton, Alton Kirby for beef, something else for the other one, and Dartford for a thief. Lovely to see you. I always say it, don't I? Did you get hello, Marsh? Did you get an hello? Hello, Globus. How are you? Hello, Ludwig. Ludwig's been making an appearance on one of my other channels, you cheeky mare. What was that? You even freaked me out with that. I don't know what you were writing about, but, right on. I'll have a comment over none, even if I haven't got a Danny LaRue what you were going on about. Willow's on the firm. Hello, Willow. Good to see you. I don't really know how it all works or why it works. I've heard so many. Yeah, Philip, email it to me now if you want. If you've got an out of your head photo, you can send them now. Campbell said, "Handsome beasties." I think we've had you on, Steve. I think I've seen you. Oh, what? Because of your arm, or just because biodynamics is jokes? Honestly, that obviously I've got an American company. And it's just jokes. It's just jokes. People can't afford anything, so people ain't buying anything. That's good. I suppose it doesn't matter because it's not like they're spending a fortune on wars in two nations. I'm just getting a warning message that my definite pay for view is going all funny. Yeah, all right, I'll upgrade my protection. I'll do that a bit later. Have you got people rapping at the boxing? Is that what's happening your end? That's nice. Hello, Rufus. Right, let's get on with this. Alan's dropped another 5, but you just told me you've been laid off. You're giving me the fears, and you're skinning yourself. It's hard for everyone right now, but all is well. Stiff upper lip. Funny you should say that, Alan, because I've got a stiff bottom lip. I'm not even joking. I don't know what happened, but I've got like a swell here. My girlfriend said she had 10 orgasms last night. I just dropped that in. I was with her, by the way. I think it's important that I add that. If that fucking warning goes off, I don't care about malware. I just get rid of it. Right, here we go. Let's get on with the show as predicted. Alan, thank you very much. I hope that it does work out. You seem to be on top of it anyway. Yeah, okay. It's you know what? If you get that, you never get rid of it. You know that. And the old herpes zoster. There is a herpes zoster. My mate had it, and his face turned into a sex scab. That's what we called it anyway. And your sex scab zoster. But you also get headaches, and your genitals flare up with like little blood blisters. And condoms don't protect against it. Now, I didn't know that before I got engaged in whoring. And when you're about 2,000 down, my NA sponsor said to me, he said, you said you might be protecting yourself, but you ain't protecting yourself against the herpes. And when you get that, you've got that for life. And I said, nah. He went, yeah, because I've got it. He said, and it's a nightmare. He said, you try pulling a bird and then saying to her, yeah, I've got herpes. They're a little bit like, what? We can't have sex unprotected. Well, even if we do, you might get it. And then you're going to get headaches and you're going to get blood blisters every couple of months or something. And I was like, shit. And then I had a mate who just got into the old backdooring. Not that sort of backdooring. That was rhyming slang for whoring. And he got herpes about third brass in. I was like, oh dear. He went, how many brass you had? I went, a couple of thousand. He goes, how come you haven't got herpes? I said, I don't know. Maybe I didn't pick her up off the cold concrete and a bottle of vodka in her ear. Look at that. John Citizen knows a little bit too much. Yep, the virus goes dormant in nerve cells. Yeah. And if you're a bit stressed or a bit run down, it goes, look, your penis now looks like some kind of weird popsicle from the future. There you go, shows a time of stress. In many ways, it's a beacon of how bad your life is going, tucked away into your panties. Willis is having a whitey, look. Right, let's... John says it's not the best shut-up line. You know what? Some birds it would work on. Hello, love, I've got herpes. I thought I'd get it out of the way. I reckon I could turn that. Right, listen, any American viewers, I've been trying to sell, I've got a $100 MasterCard voucher. Basically, you put your details in and you get it on your Apple Wallet on your phone. Now, you can have it. Stephen, you've given me. Alan, you've given me the pair of you. Anyone wants that, you can have it. It's $100. Just email me and I'll sort it out with you. I don't want anything for it. I was trying to punt it out. I thought I'll sell it for $80 or something. But I've got to the point now where I thought, fuck it. It came to me for nothing. I'll give it away for nothing. There's $100 MasterCard. It's like a gift voucher, but you need to put it on your phone. You're probably going to get some marketing emails from MasterCard, but you just say unsubscribe. I got it. I told you, didn't I? I've got this little side hustle where businesses keep telling me, why don't you come onto our platform? And I know now how many to open, how many to click through, because they know that I've opened the email. They know that I've clicked through. And then eventually they start offering me money. I've probably earned about $2,500, $3,000 over the last 2 years. Now, it's not enough to live on, but it's a nice, when someone tucks you up a quick 100 or whatever. But usually it's an Amazon gift voucher, and this was just some weird MasterCard thing. And when I got to filling it in, it was like state, zip code. I was like, Phnom Penh, California. They went, computer says no. Eurostar 2 says Hermes, just a carrier. Hang on, I get the joke, but I can't piece it together. What was the Hermes? There's a joke there somewhere. Not saying that you didn't make it, just saying that I can't quite get it. Like, that fight hasn't started yet, has it? Opening ceremony. They milk this nonsense. This is because they know it's going to be a second round knockout. Hang on, people. I'm just going to get a different, definitely paid for stream because this one's playing up a bit. This one looks a bit better. Verify you are human. I don't even know myself. How are they going to know? What? By ticking something? Nah, I don't know about this one. I've used this lot before. Don't worry, people. I will be with the... Right, is that what we've got? Have you got Latinx dancing girls? Because that's what you want when you want to watch a fight. So not the complete opposite. Graham wants to stop talking about it. Hello, Aramas. Nice to see you. Yeah, Stephen, I know it, but I don't know why. It's I feel a bit poor about that. Anyway, let's get into these photos. So we'll start with my out of it photos. I think you've all seen them before. We'll start off. So if you joined late, I asked Scrubs for pictures of themselves out of their head in their youth, preferably when they were photographed at a party going, and I've got about 20 photos. So, I mean, we might as well start. So I'll do me first. It's a pretty... These are both taken by separate girlfriends. I think you've seen them before. If you read my Substack, what's that Substack? Yeah, I'm a writer. Link in the description. I haven't put a new one up there for ages, but the novel's getting finished. Can't do everything. Here you go, people. So this is my first out of it photo. Like I say, you've seen it. It ain't too clever. Ouch. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those eye bags. Why is my face so thin? Why? I look, that's like a death mask, isn't it? I think we should mark them. Out of 10. So there's that one. Okay. Got a wife beater on. Lovely. Jess has said it's puffy. Alan said it's a dapper young man. What? We're talking about different things here, surely. Not that one, Al. Lartus has given it a 4.5. Okay, thanks, mate. I don't even know what we were. Cheers, Steve. I don't even know what we were voting for. Charlie's called me a 4x2. I do look a bit like that. My old man said we were 4x2s. He used to rub his nose and go, "Manny, my boy, Manny, my boy." There used to be a show on telly called I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, this is the next one. This is the better of the two. When I say better, I obviously mean worse. Turn your head away if you don't like the sight of real failure. Blood, I mean. There you go. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you, son. Mark's on the phone. So that's about the best two I've got. Look at that. Look at that. Having a good time. There you go. Let's have a party. Graham has given that one nil point. Rags called the other one Fagin Dangerfield. You know what? That reminds me of a story, actually. So I've got to get that off the screen. It's giving me a bad one. So I'm going to give you the very short version of quite a nice story. There's I think it's Caravaggio they tell it about, and he's going to paint the Last Supper, and he goes out into town, and he wants to find someone who looks so pure, so honest, so true, so innocent, so perfection. And he finds this man, and he's going to be Jesus. So he uses him, he draws him, he sketches him, he does some studies of him, and he finally puts him in this painting as Jesus, the perfect, not Robert Powell, although Robert Powell, he's Jesus, right? We all think Robert Powell is Jesus. That's how it worked, isn't it? Jesus of Nazareth. I love that. Everyone loves Jesus of Nazareth. Come on, even the Muslims like Jesus of Nazareth. It's a weird time to make that joke. Sorry, Susan. Oh, no, you're on the other side. It don't matter. Hang on, but they're on the same side, aren't they, cousins? I don't know. Who knows? We're all brothers at the end of the day, aren't we? No, we're not. We're very different tribes. And then he fills in all the other of the people at the Last Supper. I don't know who they were, apostles or something. I don't know. And then he has to do Judas. So he spends 3 years looking for the most ugly, torn up, treacherous Judas face he can find. And he finds this bloke in the street with like a couple of bottles of booze going. And he says, "Here, tramp, I'll give you 5 guineas if I can paint you." And so like, so he takes him back to his studio, does some sketches, does some drawings. And it's a face of evil and treachery and deceit and all that sort of stuff. And he finishes painting the picture, and he finishes painting Judas. And just as Judas is leaving, he goes to him. He starts crying, and the painter goes, "What's the problem? Why are you crying?" And he says, "Because 10 years ago, you had me in here for Jesus." No one saw that coming, did they? Shocking, eh? Yeah, see, he changed. He grew and he changed, and life moved him into a different shape and a different person. Now, why did I tell that story? Oh, yeah, because Rags called me Fagin, whereas when I was a teenager, people called me the Artful Dodger. Look how that's changed. Same story, really, isn't it? The only difference is one was a little bit of the perennial history. 2, the number 2 was my life. So I think that's quite rude of you, Ragnar Iron Spear, if that is your real name. Right, let's get on to some Scrubs out of it pictures. How's that fight getting on? Let me have a quick check. Oh, they're showing more dancing, because that's what you want when you're into boxing, isn't it? Now it's men dancing. Even better. Great. Jesus, man. Okay, let's dig one out. Let's start with this one. This one is called Pissed as Farts. It's got everything about the 80s. It is very much a 1980s picture, and you're going to have to try. Well, you're not going to have to. You can if you want. This is called Pissed as Farts. Look at these young people having a laugh in England before Tony Blair. Here we go. I'm pressing buttons, but what I want to happen is not occurring. Yeah, look at that. Pissed as farts, he says. This one here, see my cursor? He doesn't want to be seen at all. The bird there, this geezer. Who's this geezer? He's gone for the classic. Let's give him bunny ears. Look at the barnet on this one. That barnet tells me that this is sectarian problems in Ireland. That haircut just smells of Semtex to me. I'm giving you clues, people. Is anyone going to claim that? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to claim it. Hello, Special K on Acid. Good to see you. Hello, Mr. Gold. Ragnar says it's his brother. What? The one whose hair smells of Semtex? Is that you? Is that you there, Rags? Hang on. Is that you there? Look at the bottles of beer on that table, though. Look at it. Look at Rags. He hasn't stopped drinking since then. Jess says, I wish I could go out like that. What do you mean, Jessica? What, with hair like that? Let's have a close-up of his barnet. How does that work? I don't know how it works. Oh, there you go. You wish you could go out like that? You can, Jess. Go on. I'll get some kind of bodyguard, so style guards, perhaps. There you go. Look, Mousecat was straight on it. So was Mrs. Me in it. There you go. Look, he admitted it. JP's on the firm. I didn't even know you were here. Steve Craig said it looks like his mate Jimbo. I mean, to me, it just looks like glam rock. That is that your brother, Rags, with that barnet? This one here. Look at that. That's incredible. He actually said to the hairdresser, no, Lee, I want it down over my shoulders, but just with a fringe. People can't have hair like that anymore. You look at 70s hairstyles. I honestly, this is not a joke. I honestly think there's been a change, maybe something in the water. I mean, there's enough stuff in the water. But you just can't get hair like people had in the 70s. It's not possible. There you go, John. Iron Maiden fan. That's it. Right, let's move on. Let's move on. I have to stop sharing in between because I didn't prepare this, but it's all right. You get to see me briefly. How's that fight getting on? Tail of the tape, tail of the bet. Okay, much the same. Who have we got next? Let's go. Right. Oh, God. I don't think this fella's in, actually. He's a regular, but he's probably working now. It's a great photo. I think a few scrubs will recognise him. I know it is immediate. Tell on. Yeah, here we go, people. This has got, I wish I didn't have those last 7 pints written all over it. Very subtle, though. Here we go. Get those funky fingers going. Oh, first one to guess it. It'll be on StreamYard, though, not YouTube. First one to guess it gets 20,000 points. Look at that. Amazing. The head wants to go to sleep, but the eyes won't let him. Incredible. Absolutely, Willow. That's the name I couldn't recall. Noddy Older had that, didn't he? Long perm, long wavy at the sides of an eyebrow fringe. The one covering his fringe, says Rags. The one covering his face is my brother, RAF Intelligence. Oh, good Lord. That's why he's covering his face. Come on, who is it? There you go. JP's nailed it. Loomy said Packer. That ain't Packer, is it? Good gosh. Nah, that's Ozmeister all day long. Yeah, there you go. The boy Cray thought it was Campbell. Terrible. No, it's Osmeister, isn't it? He'll be out in his cab at the moment. He'll be gutted. Willow said it's couch potato. I think let's. Hello, Ikaru. How are you? Nice to see you. Let's. I'm just going to check entropy. Oh, I didn't mean to press that button. Let's just check entropy. Plot loser dropped a fiver into entropy, and he says, off topic, you said in some streams something along the lines of younger people should consider leaving England. What are some countries you think are good or better to live? I do. I honestly think that. Yeah, I think England's a piss take. And if you're a young person and you've got the ability, now in questions of where to go, that depends what you want out of a place. But there's plenty of better choices. It depends what you want. You might want what England's got to offer. So then England is the preferable place. You know, what I would do is write down what you want, what you'd like in one list. Write down what you don't like about where you are and what you do like about where you are. See what can be remedied by moving. See what will be sacrificed by moving. And then you'll have some sense of whether it's a net gain or a net loss. I mean, I'm biased. You know where I'm going to say? I'd say Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand. Japan, even Japan. You know, places that are ethno-states tend to function very well. Which is weird, really, isn't it? Imagine that. Okay, next up on the out of it. Good call, Osmeister. I know you'll probably catch up on this stream in how's that fight getting on? More chat. No one wants all this shit. Jesus, keeping half the world up half the night. Osmeister called that photo hammered. Now, I think this is quite funny. I don't really know what angle to put it at because he sent it at an odd angle, but I'm going to rotate it because he's either stuck to the wall or it needs rotating. So give me a couple of seconds. You all know this person. I think there's a couple of people in the chat who know him very well. Now it's taken, someone's taken a photo of a photo that's on a wall. So there's a weird double border, which gives you a little bit of an axis tilt kind of buzz, if that's your thing. But it's certainly star shape, and he's got about as much food in his gut. I'm going to put my money on. He had a little dabble with the poppy. Let's have a look at this one. Here we go. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Come on, who is it, people? I'll do a little close-up with the boat race. I mean, it's a long time ago. But I think you should still know from that photo. No cheating, that one person in the chat who knows exactly who it is. Hello, Pandajit Singh VV. Chicken farmer haircut's a good call. JP reckons it's here, and Ian ain't here, is he? But it is not here, no. Rags the boy Cray has absolutely nailed it. So has Rags. So has Willow. Jess knows. There you go. JP called Pizzle. Charlie Sparkle said holiday in Spain. If you had to sum that up in 3 words, it has got Costa del Sol written all over it. Pandager is a chicken farmer as well. Look at that, though. Jess says, if I could see his gay tattoo, that's gay with an H, Susan, which frees me of all prejudice. I've supported the gays when they're trying to fall on me with their willies out. There you go, people. That is Pizzle. And I bet you, I'll tell you what, you know that feeling when those cold tiles are on your back, and when you first go down, they're lovely because you're overheating and about to die. But then after about 4 hours of not being able to move, it's like ice. You're just begging to be able to move. JP absolutely loves Jess tattoo doxing him. Plot losers suggested it as a siesta. Willow Wookie has relegated him to a 50. It's the fifth. Yeah, because usually he's very well presented, isn't he? But I mean, he's a good-looking lad, though. I mean, I think if you were a ladies in the chat, there's still something, surely, a little bit attractive about that. I mean, my first girlfriend, I was with her for 8 years. I still love her. I love all my exes, really, except for one who I despise. You'll read about her in the book that I wrote about her in. My first girlfriend, I had a mate went, "What did you see in him? How did you fall in love with Dangerfield?" And she went, "Well, he was after me for about 8 months, and then I see him outside of a club, and he was puking up, and it was coming out of his nostrils faster than his mouth. And I just thought, I love him." Ludwig says needs a chalk outline. Amazing. There's a geezer in Dartford. Thank you, Pizzle, for sending that in. There's a geezer in Dartford. Well, he's actually dead now, but on his back, he had a radiator ex-bossed because he fell asleep. He went on a radiator, but the radiator weren't on. But when it came on at the scheduled time, 4 hours later, and he was still on it, and it burnt his jumper, his nylon poly jumper, into his back. They managed to pull most of the polyester out of his skin, but you look at it, it looks like a radiator. You know, it's got like the vertical lines and all sorts. Yeah, I mean, sort of a funky new. You know, I hear that people are having things like X-bossing and embossing and all sorts of things, and they, and branding. So he was like an early adopter of that. It was accidental, obviously, and probably hurt the fuck in the morning. Imagine waking up and getting off, and it'd be like opening a pizza, and you know all the cheese comes off. It's like, that's my skin. Yeah. So there you go. That was the Piz. Sorry, you're not here to enjoy that one, Pizzle. What we got next for you? Okay. I've got to remember to delete these after use. Right, now this is a weird one because I don't know who it is. I don't actually know. I don't know his real name. Maybe he doesn't give me his scrub's name, so this is very weird. He's fucking hammered though. I think I haven't seen these yet. This one competes with the ones of me at the beginning. This is, I'm guessing this is 10 white doves down. I mean, and also what's nice about this photo, well, I'll wait till you see it actually. Not only does this photo have the evening he's just had, but you can tell he's had the same evening every weekend for the previous 2 years. I'm thinking circa 88, Happy Mondays, you know. Here we go. I won't. It's actually excellent. It could be Ian Brown, sort of. Check this out. This is amazing. I think it might be. He keeps his name secret though. If you're in the chat, name thyself. Look at that. I want to be look at the I want to be adored on that. Look at that. There's a face. Oh, there's a certain face that only amphetamine-based products can carve into the human skin and skull. We've all looked like that. Fucking hell. Look at the way the teeth are giving more shape to the face than the flesh. That Special K knows that face all night long. Mrs. Me in it has given it a bez. Even Stoke is coming for a lol. Look at that. Yeah, it is. Or it's powder or pills, John, but certainly amphetamine based, I think. There you go. It's actually Mousecat reckons it's Billy. It's not Billy. It's not Billy. I actually know it is, but I don't know if he wants, because he's not here. I don't know if he wants to say it is. Look, Christy knows it. Yeah. Every time he talks, it's like another marshmallow floating out. You remember those parties in the 80s where that bloke come up, she went, got any Rizzler? Got any paper? Got any papers, mate? No, I only want a couple. And then like 5 hours, he gives you the cigarette papers back. I've been looking for you for 5 hours. I've got your papers. You're like, yeah, you can keep them. No, they're all right. Anyway, where's your girlfriend from? What? The Summer of Love, Ecstasy was just ecstasy. Where I hated these, to be honest with you. I sold a lot of them, but I hated them. Every time I'd done them, it was like, when's this actually going to work? You know, because I was used to sulfate, which works. And it was just an excuse for everyone to hit onto their best mate's girlfriend. Give me a 1 in the chat if you know what I mean when I say that ecstasy was just an excuse for people to hit on their best mate's girlfriends. You'd get back to your house, there'd be like about 8 of you after the party, and you know, you're just looking in the corner, and Pete, who does not go out with Sarah, is getting far too friendly with her. There's too much touching, they're too close. And Gary, who's actually the geezer who she's going out with, is just looking all awkward and scanning the room for a bird he can. There you go. There's some 1s in the chat there. Danny's not having it. Danny loved those damn Jack and Jills. I hated the stuff, man. But a lot of people really enjoyed it, so that's all right. I'm not gonna wish to take that away from them. Oh, there you go, John. Yeah. I come here and I'll stroke your face with my teeth. I hated it. Oh, man. Everyone just going, yeah, don't you just feel it? That universal vibe bringing us all together. No, I'm not. I'm just feeling it's like a sulfate light. Have you got any fucking powder? Get out of my fucking face. No, that's fair enough. Danny double drops. Done about 17. There you go, Rex. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Stop talking to my girlfriend, please, mate, because she just told me you're scaring her. But people did enjoy it. And that it was quite a good laugh. Okay, next one. That was a strong contender, though. That was absolutely out of it. They've all been out of it, but I think that one appeals to me because it's a certain look. Okay, good call, mate. Good call. Here we go. Everyone knows this fella. It's a bit. Nah, you ain't proud of this one. More pills, methinks. Good Lord. What happened to the flesh on people's faces in the 80s? It all went down the drain when the Stone Roses broke up. This one's scrub name is quite ironic, and not his chosen scrub name, his allocated scrub name. Look at the power on it. Fucking hell. Hark at the Depeche Mode on that. Oh, we fade to grey. Oh, of course, Mark. That's when most of the people I know got into the brown, because after a weekend on any stimulants, when that bloke gets out his foil, hang on a minute, how comes you're having a lovely relaxing time and the rest of us are biting our teeth loose? Yeah, mate, have a little bit of this magic powder. Just one burn, you'll be all right. 2 minutes later, there's a bucket going around, everyone's puking in it. Absolutely called by John. It is fat. That is fat. That's Rusky himself. Oh, good look. I can't believe that he hasn't used a what's it called? That reduction tool. I mean, his mouth is smaller than his thumb. Rusky, you here? That's incredible. The irony of fat, though. Look at the cheekbones. Cut your hand on them. Major call on the glasses, though. They're top bins. I went through that hair phase as well. I'm still going through it. Ludwig doesn't hold back at all there. Okay, good call, Ruskington. He'll be gutted he's not here. Good lad, Rusky. I like him a lot. Okay, next on the firm. Let's see what we've got here. Now, as usual, this fella thought he'd send plenty. Right. I don't know if that's out of it. Hang on, he sent 3 photos, and I did say just the one. So I'll have a look at all 3 of them. No, 4, 5. He's just sent nice photos of himself. That's getting it wrong a bit, isn't it? Hang on. Right, this one wins. Hang on, there's one more. This one wins. It's a bit of a humble brag, though. Here's me with a celebrity. Oh, no, this one wins. This one wins. No, this one passes. Here we go. You can just about, I reckon you'll know it is, but I think this was taken a long time ago. I can't remember what he calls himself in the chat. I can remember one half of it, but there's 2 of them. There's even featured the bong. Look at him working out how the universe works. Hello, 322 Messenger. Nice to see you. Hello, Christy. Christy says, never trust a man with a thin smile. Oh, look, Jessica's got all saucy on it, a bit sensual. You do know him. He's in here a lot. But he hasn't got any hair anymore. Willow reckons it's Packer in his dreams. Here, I'll show you another photo of him. Hang on. I have to stop the screen, otherwise I'll be doxing people's info. But it's Gaffney. He calls himself Gaffney, doesn't he? I'm not going to give you his real name. That would be ridiculous. But there is another one of him. That one's just him in the street, which is weird. But this one's quite cool. I've seen this photo before. He sent it to me before. He asked me the other week, he said, do you want Russell Brand to come on your channel? I said no. He said, why not? I thought you'd jumped at it. No, don't like him. But this is quite a cool picture. Same fella, but this one's got the 2 eyes of one tiger. Here we go. Hang on. This one's quite good, actually. 10 points if you spot. It's a very badly lit photo, but if you can make out the guest. Are you in here, Gaffs? There you go. That's the fella. Look at those mince pies. Look. Let me see if I can adjust this somewhat. Hang on and get a bit more. I don't mean to show off my Photoshop skills here. There you go. No different. There you go. Look at him there. With, of course, Lemmy. And that isn't like, what do you call it? That's not like Madame Two Swords. It's actually with Lemmy. Look at his face. I know how he feels with that. I've got a photo of me and Mikel Arteta, who is now the Arsenal manager. I got a photo. I see him in Soho, and his missus took the photo. Fuck me, she was beautiful as well. But I look like an absolute clown in it, and he's now the Arsenal manager. So I say to people, "Oh yeah, I've got a photo of me and the Arsenal manager," and I look like an absolute twit in it. Yeah, I think we've had it up on the stream before, Willow. There you go. The weirdest iteration of Right Said Fred I've ever seen. Right, there you go. Good call, Gaff. Good call. Right, where are we? Where's that fight getting on? Oh, they're showing us shakes in the audience. Are you getting that? Are you getting like the old shakes in the audience? Oh no, that's Usek, isn't it? Usek sitting next to a shake. Probably just to show how everyone in the world gets on. You only need to talk to get on with people. Okay. Oh, are they hang on a minute. That geezer, that sheikh sitting next to Usek is about as Arabic as me. That's just fancy dress. He said, "No, it's good at the moment. It's one of the safest outfits you can wear out." Oh, a little bit of political jokes there. Right, Gaffney. Oh, he sent in so many photos. Right, here we go. An absolute classic. Just you can't keep these two down. Just Scrubs favourites. You just can't keep them down. They're just a love story. Here we go, people. Guess who this is? I think you probably already know by what I just said. I was also told that they were just coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's there. They were just coming up. So here we go. It wasn't. No, that was Lemmy. I've done a fair amount of sulfate, but not as much as Lemmy, I think. Yeah, exactly, Steve. It's jokes these days, isn't it? Yes, JP, hit the like, people. It really is important. Oh, I don't get any views. There you go, Willow. It is Mrs. Me in it and the other half, the me in it's, the mouses. Oh, it was acid, was it? I thought you were on the old Jack and Jill's. It's, you know what? There's only been 2 girlfriends that I've had that I've been able to do acid with and relax. The rest of them, the old acid truth drug told me that yes, they're hot, but no, they're not. Like girlfriend material. But my first missus, Lartus reckons the fight is starting. Anyway, let's have a look at the minutes. Let's zoom in. Look, handsome old boy, born nearly doxed him then. I'm sorry. Look at him, look. Look at him, look at her, look. Ah, childhood sweethearts, those two, you know. Lovely people. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, me too, Steve. Done it for years. At Dartington, we used to do it 2 or 3 times a week. I was talking to Bally G when I was out in Thailand, and I said, "Do you think acid fucked you up in any way?" And he said, "Absolutely." That's a lovely photo, though, that is. Got the geezer on the right there. Just enough information. Just enough to know that he's got any fears. Oi, Mousecat, was that a party around your house? Or was that what's going where was that? Just checked entropy. Let me check the old super chats a minute. I don't want anyone to have donated. Oh, I'll check the super chats at the end. So it was in Cornwall, was it? Oh, okay. What did you like hire out something? Mrs. Meany says, I climbed a castle after that and I'm scared of heights. You may well have been an acid advert. It is lovely, isn't it? They are so lovely. Down in Cornwall. Oh, bless them. Bless the pair of you. Mousecat said it was Nuki surf season. Did you used to get out on the surf, did you, Mousecat? John says, I'm liking the fake brass dimmer switch. Oh, yeah. I've just noticed it. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, we all had them. You only recognise it, John, because you had them. Good call. Lovely photo. Lovely. Brings a smile to your face, doesn't it? You know what? I will always regret leaving my first missus, but it was inevitable. You know, I was just testing her. My old man died like 6 months before I got together with her. And it was just test after test after test. Will she put up with this? Is this girl ever going to abandon me? You know, I was fucking any bird who wanted to fuck. And there was quite a lot of them at the time. Hundreds, thousands, probably. I was with her for 8 years. And then finally, when I run off with a dancer stroke stripper, she'd had enough. And I thought she was going to come to Leeds and save me. Nah, she'd had enough. And I'll tell you what, I would have still been with her now. I don't think I've had a connection with a woman in the... You know, I've loved other women. And like, there's the woman I've got in my life at the moment, I have a special bond with. And the woman who it features in my manuscript is a very significant romance. But your first one, you know, it's a... But the story was, it was always only going to be the girl that would teach me what it is, what it means to lose a lover because of your own stupidity. You know, if I was mature enough, I could have said to her, I'm scared you'll abandon me because I've just lost a father. But instead, I just tested and tested and tested until she failed the test. And I remember sitting up at Leeds Uni in the philosophy department because she knew that I'd be there because that's where I was studying. And I'd get into Leeds Uni at 9 in the morning. You didn't even have to go in except for like one seminar a year or something. And I'd get in at 9 and leave when the cleaners would be like, you got to go now. And for about 3 weeks thinking she's bound to come up here and say, what's this about you running off with this stupid bird? Come on, get your head together. You're doing too much sulfate. You're having a terrible time. And I went mad in Leeds, basically, because of this other bird. I had a part to play in it, of course, but she was an evil, vindictive old witch. But she didn't come. She just sat at home heartbroken that I just moved house and changed phone number. What a way to leave someone. Oh, help me, Lord. It's getting fucking light here. This fight hasn't even started. We might be able to get the rest of these out now. Okay, that's that one done. I've just added one to my business Google Drive by accident. This is a peculiar photo. He's here as well. He's in the chat. He sent 2, but we might get both of them in actually because one of them has to count, but it's very small. I wonder if he's still here though. I don't know what. Oh, hang on. There's no photo in the second one. Oh, he only sent one and he missed the photo. Here we go, people. It's quite a small picture, but I can recognise him, but I know who he is. So it looks like he's in some kind of dog cage. Why do we do the things we don't? Oops, excuse me. Here we go, people. What scrub is this? You can even see through the bars that his eyes, they're a bit darker than the rest of his face. The muscles should give it away, people. Rags is teaching me about love. Chris, in the words of Zeppelin, love ain't for keeps. Christy says, I still have a crush on my first love. One in the chat if you regret leaving your first love. I think many people do, you know. But that's what your first love is there for. Jess has nailed it. Jess has absolutely nailed it. That is mega Essex boy. Mrs. Meany says, I don't know, but I love it. Oh, she said something about her sexual proclivities. Hey, looks like a cage fighter. Good call. David Copperfield is another. Lots of ones there. People and their first loves is amazing. Ludwig likes that one. A few other people called it as well that I think I missed before Jess. Actually, apologies. Mousecat, JP. Oh no, that's Willow, but Willow did. John did. Steve did. Yep, good call. Good call. Oh, look at that. Look. There you are. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? But that's, you know. But had I have stayed with her, would have I had all the other wonderful romances? Well, yeah, because she loved the threesome. Fucking hell, you don't. Oh god! But then I had Gail for they overlapped, the pair of them. I had a threesome with her and Gail. It was quite nice. Right, here we go. He's usually in here, but he's not here. Oh, this one's a weird one. This is some kind of weird secret filming. I don't like downloading files. Well, I might have to mute this one because it's probably, I can't imagine they're a discotheque playing music that's not got a copyright on it. But here we go. Oh, I just won't play the audio. So apparently this is secret filming. I don't think he's here tonight, but here we go. I'm not sure he understood the rules of the game there. Singing, no, there was no sound. I couldn't play it because it was the theme tune to Terry McCann's Minder. But that's a shame. There you go. It was Minder. So some people could hear it. Hello, Nigel. Yeah, they like that YouTube. Absolutely ridiculous. How's that fight getting on? Surely they're fighting now. Here comes Furious. Oh, might have. I mean, look at that. People were saying it was going to start half hour ago. You wouldn't want to fight. You wouldn't want to fight Fury, would you? I hope he wins this. Anyway, right, next one. That was peculiar. I think that was his missus. But anyone who pretends to play a trumpet on a bottle of booze, that's 7 out of 10, isn't it? It's a classic. Okay. Regular in the chat, but I don't know if he's here. Oh my god. Is this out of it, or is it a more of a stylistic out of it? He must be here because this one's just come through. Good Lord, that is some Barnet Fair. Not that different to mine if the wind blows the wrong way, to be honest with you. But there's something in those eyes that gives me a touch of the LSD for sure. Here we go, people. This might turn out quite nice. I get to see the fight and everything. I'll watch it with you. I mean, no one's gonna He wrote that, did he, Mrs. Me, innit? I'm not sure whether he wrote it. There you go. He's in it. He must be in the chat lurking. No, he's in the chat. This fella's in the chat, and I'd never have thought he looked like that. The staring eyes of a man working out. He did write it. What, the music and the lyrics? It isn't Sean Ryder, no. Well, give me the nod, D, and I'll tell him who it is. But unless you do, I won't. So old Dennis Waterman did write that. I got a mate, he done a cover of it, released it and everything. I don't even think he knew that. Well, it's not Pax, no. It's not Midger. No. Hello, Rufus. I said hello to you, son. It's a real long shot, man. He's a regular scrub, but he keeps his head down. Do you want me to say, or do you not want me to say? JP only knows he wrote it because of the Fast Show. There you go. It don't matter where the info comes from. It is Doc Shelley. You've been through the people in the chat, JP, and you've done a process of deduction, haven't you? Doc Shelley says it's a fucking Mexican. Oh, ain't it you, Doc? That is some Barnet. Were you selling socialist worker? Is that acid, Doc? It's a cracking picture. The nose ring. I had one. I can't judge the nose ring. My missus said she wanted to get a nose pierced, and I just said, no. I just said, no, you don't do that. Okay, we're getting near the end now. I think these are people who. Wait a minute, how did I miss these two? Now I'm rushing it. I've got a couple that have been sent in from people who aren't really scrubs, but they do watch the channel occasionally. But that kind of lacks a bit of humour. But what I have got for you is quite a saucy picture of the female of the minutes. I'll show you the Mister first. I think this is the same night, surely. Here's Mister, wondering what a camera is. Hey, electric light, amazing. Hang on a minute. What's going on with your... There's something weird about that picture. You got some brows on you, haven't you, Mick? Oh, sorry. Send your mouse cat. But check this out. No, that's mouse cat again. Oh, Pizzle. We saw your one. You got called as well. Right. Now, check this out, though. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this saucy little minx. It's a little bit of a... Girls just wanna have fun. Cyndi Lauper, the Scrubs version. Have a look at this. I don't think it's out of it. It's just the mouse cat showing off what a bit of a... Good Lord, look at that. Hello. Was that a publicity shot, Mrs. Me, in it for one of your singles? Is that a plaster on your neck or a square earring? Absolutely wonderful pins, though. I'm all over a pair of pins. Look at those. Good gosh. I mean, you don't have to be out of it to appreciate a little bit of leg, do you? I'm having to calm myself down a little bit here. Yeah, look. Steve's gone in with a knife. Good fair play, mouse cat. Yeah. Fair play. I know exactly what you mean as well. Good call. Good call. Amazing. There you go. Right. I think we might. The others are people that they lurk. I haven't seen them, but I'm just going to check how out of it they actually are. Oh, hang on. This is a scrub, surely, but I don't know his real name. Oh, this photo looks far too big. Oh, quite a lovely photo, actually, of a couple of young lads. Here we go. But I don't know what his scrub name is. That's why it's a bit weird. If you're in here, let me know. I think we've timed this perfectly, people. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't it take you back? Look, there is a little bit of a background, bit of chat there. Look at that. What's that got to be? 17, 18? 17, 18, all going on. You've got the old life ahead of you. Amazing. Let me read what it said, people, because there is a little bit of background behind that. Is the person in that photo? He does come in here, but he's like he lurks, so you probably wouldn't know it was. He says this. Hi, Chrissy. This was dragged out of a pack of negatives I found where me and my mate went to Spain on a whim. This was the first bar we came across. I'm probably 20 in this. We ended up in a moody strip bar. Good carefree days. Thanks for the streams. Yeah, that's the feeling you get from that picture, isn't it? What problems have you got when you're 20? Like nothing. I don't remember having any. Just wake up where you fell asleep and do it all again. Okay, I think we are done. Actually, this is a good friend of mine. I think this is a friend of mine from Sweden who I met in Patong. He's actually in my novel. Now, it means nothing to you, all of that lot. But, you know, like the Germans and the Swedes were very much influenced by the British sort of punk scene, weren't they? Well, look at this Swedish lad. And I'll tell you what, he's a brick shithouse. He's about 6'6", massive, lifts weights. And this is him when he was 18. Have a look at this. Swedish lad. Look at that. Hang on, I'm trying to get his whole haircut into the picture, but I can't seem to manage to do it. There you go. He's been giving me some very interesting news about Sweden, though. Apparently, Sweden's going very right, and apparently Germany's going very right. It's only France and England who are lagging a little bit. They're going very left, but Germany and France. I mean, this is a conversation for another stream. But what I'm hearing from Pax Max about Germany and what I'm hearing about Sweden from this bloke, sending convicts home, people who break the law, visitors who break the law, no, you can fuck off. And previously, the countries they come from have said, no, we're not accepting them back. And Sweden are like, no, it don't work like that. No, it doesn't work like that. Well, there you go, people. It's now 5:45 in the morning. Feel free to donate if you've enjoyed yourself and or if you can. What's happening to the old fight now? Let's close that. Let's close that. Let's close that. Oh, they're actually fighting. Well, I'll hang around for a few minutes more and we'll have a look at the old fight. I mean, this could go on a while, couldn't it? Let's be honest. I actually think I should probably go to sleep, people. I mean, it's 5:45. By the time I've flossed my teeth, cleaned my teeth, rinse my ring, and taking my medication. It'll be about 8 o'clock. Hello, Andrew. Oh, sorry, son. Is it plot loser? Well, this bloke actually lives out there, and he says there's a lot happening, but maybe you do too. I don't know. But any move to the right is preferable to none. I mean, I am hearing a lot of people saying that things are changing in directions people thought they wouldn't, and inevitably, because there comes a time when reality is bigger than the propaganda machine. How much would you need to get in the ring and fight one of these two blokes? I wouldn't do it for any amount of money. One of those blokes catching you clean, which they would, because I'm assuming you're not a professional boxer. Blokes think, no, I'll be all right, pad it away a bit, you know. No, they'll just go bang. You probably wouldn't wake up. Well, that was a very tedious first round. People, I'm going to go to sleep. Listen, trust me, this channel isn't going anywhere. I am just very, very busy. Bidenomics is screwing it for everyone. I can't thank you enough for the people who did donate. I am a bit brassic. Oh, nice one, Ludwig. Look at that. Nice, cheeky late one, Chris. Getsy. Much love, Scrubbers. Oh, good to see you. Getsy. Hi, young people of the internet. Cheers, Ludwig. I've got a bit of music to play you, though, and you might have forgotten this one. Let me see if I can find it, because I only found it the other day, and I thought, oh, yeah. I will refresh entropy as well, so if you've boshed any in there, nice one, Mrs. Me, in it, very kind. This is, if I can find this, it really brought back some memories when I found it. La 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 la. I don't want you to hear it until I've got it playing. There you go. Gotcha. When I heard this, it really brought back some memories. And also when I read 42's blog, 42 wrote a lovely blog. I shared it on Twitter, and I think I shared it on my Telegram. If you're not subscribed to my Substack, get on it. There is some new stuff coming. It's just, if I've got time to write at the minute, it's got to be on my manuscript, because I've got about 3 weeks left to get it finished, or my editor's going to fuck me off. And I can't be having that. What was I going to say? But when I heard this, it really did bring back some memories. Thanks for hanging around. I will be putting your all your messages on the screen. Willow, give me 5 pence. Oh no, tell a lie, he's given me 2. Rags has given me 5 pence. Mrs. Me in it has given me 2p. It's the new joke, you cheeky bastards. Oh, hang on. How comes it's coming up? Oh, on entropy it says 5p. Oh, that made me sound really rude. On entropy it said that you give me 2 pence, Mrs. Me in it. Willow, it said you give me 5 pence. And you, Rag, so very much apologiatos. Very close, Mr. Cheshire, very close. It is a variation, but when we were doing, what I forgot that was when I was doing 2 streams a day, it was during the coof, wasn't it? So people were stuck at home, and it was ridiculous, and that's why there was the audience, and that's why it worked. And it made me feel, the way 42 spoke about it was really nice, and it warmed the cockles of my heart. And it reminded me of this. So I'm going to play it to you now. I'll be putting your messages on the screen. I'll be thanking the donations. Thanks to Stephen Rags for looking after the place. Thanks to everyone who's donated. Really appreciate it. And most of all, thanks to all of you who come here. It's a privilege to be able to stream, to be able to set up a stream and know that I'm going to get a few people watching it. 7 years on is still an absolute pleasure. Look after yourselves. Look after the people you love. Cut yourself some slack. Life's a struggle. Bless you all, and I'll talk soon. Check this out. I wish this bit was a bit faster. It would be a better cut, wouldn't it? Here we go. Now you know what I'm talking about, didn't you? Ta-da, let me know you can hear it. It all went a bit crazy my end. I didn't know if you could hear the boxing in the background. Look after yourselves, people, and a massive hoy. I will see you soon. I'll try and get a Dragon's Den out, and there's another video I want to make too. Look after yourselves. Don't let the utopian idealists bring you down. Hoy! Ta!